can or could. You know, they're two tiny words that cause so much confusion in English. Well, in this explainer, we're going to clear all that up. We'll break down exactly how to use them so you can sound way more natural and confident. Let's dive right in.
So let me ask you, do you really know the difference? I mean, you probably know the basic rule, right? But there are these little nuances that can trip up just about anyone. We're going to uncover all of them.
So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with the basic difference, then we'll jump into polite requests. After that, we'll talk possibility and suggestions, and of course, those common mistakes to watch out for. And we'll wrap it all up with a little challenge for you.
All right, first things first, the basic difference. Think of this as the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, so can is all about the here and now. It's for talking about your skills and abilities, the things you're able to do right this moment.
And check out how simple the sentence is. It's just subject, can, and then the verb. I can speak. She can drive. We never, ever say she can too drive. That's a tiny detail, but it's super important.
Now, if can is for right now, well, could is basically its partner for the past. We use could to talk about things we were able to do way back when, but maybe can't do anymore.
This comparison makes it all crystal clear, doesn't it? I can speak Spanish is about today. I could speak Spanish is about the past. If you only remember one thing, remember this fundamental rule.
All right, we've got the basics down. Now let's get into the more social side of things. How do we actually use these words when we're asking for something?
You can totally use can to ask for something. It's direct, it's super common, and honestly, it's perfectly fine when you're talking to friends, family, people you're comfortable with.
But just listen to the difference here. Could I use your phone? Wow. Just by swapping that one word, the whole vibe changes, right? It just sounds softer, more polite.
So here's a great rule of thumb. With friends, can is your go-to, but in more formal situations or when you're talking to someone you don't know, could is always the safer, more respectful bet.
Okay, next up, let's move into some of the more abstract uses, like when we're talking about what's possible or when we're trying to make a suggestion.
So whenever you're not 100% sure about something, could is your best friend. Imagine your friend is late. You might say, he could be stuck in traffic. See? You're not saying it's a fact, just that it's a possibility.
And this is such a fantastic example of that nuance. It can rain in April is just a general truth, right? But it could rain tomorrow? Well, that's about one specific chance in the future. You feel the difference?
Could is also an amazing tool for giving advice. I mean, saying you should do this can feel a little bossy. But when you say you could try this, it becomes this gentle suggestion. It's not a command, it's an option. It just feels way more supportive.
Now, let's talk about refining your English, because knowing the rules is great, but avoiding those common slip-ups is what really makes you sound fluent. Let's look at a few big ones.
Okay, so this table breaks it down nicely, but pay really close attention to that first one, using can for the past. Oh man, that's such a common mistake. Just burn this into your brain. If it's about yesterday, you need to use could. And hey, you want a pro tip? This will really level you up. While you can say, I could swim as a kid, that's a general ability, if you're talking about one specific time you succeeded at something, was able to sounds so much more natural. Like, the project was really tough, but I was able to finish it yesterday.
Okay, enough theory. It's time to put all this knowledge to the test. Let's do a quick practice round. You ready?
Okay, picture the scene. It's a professional setting. You're talking to a stranger. What's going to be the best choice here? What's the right tone?
Yep, you got it. B is the answer. Could is perfect here. It's a formal situation, so that extra politeness shows respect. Well done.
So what's the key idea here? Are you stating a fact, something you know for sure, or are you just guessing, talking about a possibility? Which word do you need for that?
Exactly. B is correct again. You're not sure, so you're talking about a possibility. And for possibility, you want to use could. Perfect. And let's end with something to think about. How does your own language handle these ideas? Do you have different words for ability and permission and possibility? Thinking about how your own language works is actually a really powerful tool for mastering these concepts in English. It's not just about translating. It's about understanding the big idea behind the words.